Hello and welcome to the debate on Evening Prime. Well, history was created in Tripura today with the opposition Tipra motha formally joining the Manik Saha-led BJP government in the state. Former leader of opposition 𝗟𝗜𝗡𝗅𝗔𝗦𝗧𝗘 was inducted as a cabinet minister, while motha MLA 𝗟𝗜𝗡𝗅𝗔𝗦𝗧𝗘 was sworn in as a minister of state. Now, this is indeed massive as far as Tripura politics is concerned, more so because it comes barely 4 days after signing of the historic Tipra agreement in Delhi that took place on Saturday last. Now, soon after taking oath, both Tipra motha leaders who were sworn in as ministers today maintained that the demand for greater Tipra land still stays on. Irrespective of all this, this is still a massive boost for the BJP ahead of the Lok Sabha polls. It's very crucial for the BJP. The BJP is on a mission 400 plus, 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗛𝗘, and each and every seat is important for the party. The Tripura East seat is equally important as any other seat in the country, be it in Uttar Pradesh, be it in other parts of the country. Hence, this is very crucial ahead of the ensuing Lok Sabha polls. But how is this alliance going to take shape? Now, soon after the oath-taking ceremony was over, we also spoke to Tipra motha founder 𝗟𝗜𝗡𝗅𝗔𝗦𝗧𝗘. He was very clear. He was very clear on the intent as far as the intent of the party is concerned. He said the ideology of Tipra motha doesn't change. Nothing changes. What he significantly mentioned is that the Tipra motha would not be another IPFT, or the Tipra motha would not repeat an IPFT. The Tipra motha would not stay silent if the issues of the indigenous people are not addressed. The Tipra motha wouldn't stay silent if the agreement is not implemented as promised. The Tipra motha will ensure that it builds pressure from within and outside if the situation demands. Well, interesting because we have seen allies in other parts of the country in the past who came together but then had a friction. We hope nothing like that happens in Tripura. But the Tipra motha is firm on its stand that its joining the government was not a compulsion. It was a necessity to bring in more development, necessity to ensure the accord is implemented properly, and necessity to ensure that it can generate pressure now on the government from within as well. Let's very quickly listen in to what 𝗟𝗜𝗡𝗅𝗔𝗦𝗧𝗘 had to say after the swearing-in ceremony.
লাগছে যে মন্ত্রী হলে এটা তো দায়িত্ব নেওয়া এবং জনগণের দায়িত্ব পালন করতে হবে, জনগণের সমস্যাকে নিজের সমস্যা হিসাবে কাজ করতে হবে। এটা খুব কঠিন কাজ। যদিও আমি কোনোদিন মন্ত্রী ছিলাম না, তো মন্ত্রীদের দেখেছি। দায়িত্ব নেওয়ার পর এখন কাজ শুরু করব, এইটাই মনোভাব নিয়ে এখন
এতদিন বিরোধী দলনেতা ছিলেন, এবার দায়িত্ব পাচ্ছেন, মন্ত্রিত্ব একটা বড় গুরু দায়িত্ব, জনগণের সমস্যা নিয়ে কথা বলা, জনগণ আপনার কাছে আসবে, কি ভাবছেন আগামী দিনে, কি পরিকল্পনা রয়েছে আপনার?
জনগণের সমস্যার উপরেই আমার পরিকল্পনা হবে, আমার নিজস্ব কোনো পরিকল্পনা নেই।
সমস্যাটা কি রয়েছে যদি একটু বলেন আমাদের?
মানুষের খাদ্য সংস্থান, মানুষের রাস্তাঘাটের সমস্যা, পানীয় জলের সমস্যা, অফিসের বিভিন্ন কিছু সমস্যা তো আপনারাও জানেন।
স্যার, আজকের দিনে দাঁড়িয়ে আপনি কিছুদিন পূর্বে অ্যাসেম্বলিতে দাঁড়িয়ে যে বাজেট পেশ করা হয়েছিল তার বিরোধিতা করেছিলেন, আজকের দিনে দাঁড়িয়ে সেই বাজেট নিয়ে কি বলবেন?
না, এইগুলো তো এখানে প্রশ্ন করার ব্যাপার, যে এখনো আমি যা আমার বক্তব্য ছিল এটা ক্যাবিনেটে বলবো, কি আছে।
বাবু 1 ঘন্টা আগে পর্যন্ত আপনি বিরোধী দলনেতা ছিলেন, 1 ঘন্টা পর মন্ত্রী, মানে এই বিরলতম ঘটনা নিয়ে কি বলবেন?
না, এইটা তো অনেকের ক্ষেত্রেই হয়। কেউ এমএলএ থেকে মন্ত্রী হয়, কেউ কোনো কিছুই ছিল না তার থেকেও মন্ত্রী হয়, আর রাজ্যে বিধায়ক ছিলেন না উপমুখ্যমন্ত্রী হয়েছেন, এমনও তো ঘটনা আছে। তো এটা নতুন কোনো ঘটনা না, এটা রাজনেতাদের ক্ষেত্রে এটা হবেই, এটা মেনে নিতে হবে।
মন্ত্রিসভায় বসে টিপ্রাল্যান্ডের দাবি করবেন?
এটা আমাদের দাবি, এই দাবিটা চলতে থাকবে, কিন্তু একদিনে এটা সম্ভব না। মহারাজাও বলেছেন দল সিদ্ধান্ত নেবে, আমরা তো দলের সৈনিক, দল যা বলবে আমরা সেই কাজ করব, সরকার যা বলবে মন্ত্রী তা করবে। No, Animesh Debarma will put all his brain, all his ability to do good work for the people. I always tried my best, whatever position I had been given in the past. And this time also it will not be nothing new. I'll give my best effort to solve the problem of the people.
As you see, on the main core issue on which your party has become of greater Tripura, how will
See, greater Tipra land is our demand, and greater Tipra land demand will remain always till we achieve it. But in the government, the cabinet will be deciding how the government will run, which are the schemes we are to implement. As a minister, as a soldier of the party and the government, whatever the government say, we take decision, we'll implement that.
All right, will work for the people. Everybody is aware of the problems in Tripura, will work for development. Animesh Debarma, clearly saying that yes, will work within the government, will work for the government. We will shortly be joined by Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗘 Debarma. Well, we are being joined by Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗘 Debarma over the phone. Mr. Debarma, welcome to Northeast Live and congratulations.
Thank you. Hello.
Yeah, welcome to Northeast Live. Congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Debarma, you were among the first to leave the IPFT and join the Tipra motha. You believed in the motha's cause. Today, again, you are a part of the government and on your own terms. How does it feel? How is the feeling?
I'm feeling good. Hello.
Can you hear us?
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm working with our Maharaja. I'm feeling good, and in future also I will be work with our Maharaja.
How has been the journey at that point in time when you put everything at stake, when you quit the IPFT? In a way, you had put your political career at stake, but you decided you had faith in what you were doing. How has been the journey so far? How do you rate it, Mr. Debarma?
Actually, from 2018, I joined in IPFT. Before, I was not involved in any political party. From 2018, I have been in so many social works, and people asked me to contest in assembly. Firstly, I was not agree, but finally I feel that okay, no problem. People are demanding me to contest in General Assembly. So I contest and I win. After that, as an MLA, I have done so many works for the people of Tripura. But the core demand of IPFT was Tipra land, separate state. But after joining in government, the IPFT parties are not demanding that their core demand. They are not stand in their core demand. That is why I left IPFT party.
Absolutely. Now, after the swearing-in ceremony, Tipra motha founder 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗘 Debarma has made it clear that the ideology of the Tipra motha will not change. Tipra motha is not IPFT. It will keep fighting for its people. Your reactions?
Yes, absolutely correct that 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗛𝗘's main ideology is greater talent. It will be remain, and we together will do the work for the people of Tripura. And our Maharaja already in his lecture, he is always clearly said that any government, it may be Congress, CPM, or BJP, or other party, who are agreed with our demand, those parties agreed to written agreement or written declaration for the benefit of the people of indigenous in Tripura. With them we can join, no problem. That is why at present the Union Government of India, we accord with them for the benefit, for the rights, for the constitutional solution of our indigenous people of Tripura. That's why we are joined today in the BJP party in Tripura.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. 𝗚𝗎𝗓, and let's hope this new coalition can work for the whole of Tripura. We're also being joined by our correspondent Pinaki Das, but before that, we'll quickly listen in to what Pradyut 𝗚𝗎𝗓 told Northeast Live in an exclusive conversation post the swearing in today.
How do you see into this new development and how it will totally change the arithmetic of politics in Tripura?
We have signed a tripartite agreement, and it's a historical agreement. We have to keep our promise to our people. And
all right.
For that,
all right, we will come back to this. Right now, I'm being joined by Editor in Chief Wasbir Hussain. Wasbir, yes, it was a big joining in today by the Tipra motha, which has which has joined the government, Manik Saha government, but the party has made its stand clear. Party founder Pradyut 𝗚𝗎𝗓 has made the party stand clear and said the Tipra motha is not IPFT. Joining the government was not a compulsion, it was necessity, but it will continue to raise its voice both from within and outside when it comes to issues related to the indigenous people.
Number one, you see, I'm not surprised at why Pradyut 𝗚𝗎𝗓, the motha founder, as well as the other top leaders of the motha, including the two ministers, Animesh 𝗚𝗎𝗓 and 𝗚𝗓𝗓𝗘, they have been saying today, immediately after swearing in, that their political demand for Greater Tripura land will continue. This is because both Pradyut 𝗚𝗎𝗓 as well as the Animesh 𝗚𝗎𝗓 and 𝗚𝗓𝗓𝗘 know, they're fully aware that, they are conscious of the fact that there were other tribal organizations in the past with whom the government had signed accords, but they had not lived up to the expectations of the people. So this is something in the back of their mind, that the tribal organizations not living up to the expectations of the people. So Pradyut 𝗚𝗎𝗓 is extremely conscious of that fact. Now, we are also hearing that, there are tribal organizations which have stepped up their views in the last 24 hours. They're saying that they were not happy with the Tipra motha joining the government, and they have also raised several questions as to why they should join the government and so on. So, they are also asking the question, why should Tipra motha ally with the NDA? So these are some of the questions which have already been raised. So the Tipra motha top brass, particularly Pradyut 𝗚𝗎𝗓, Animesh 𝗚𝗎𝗓, they are quite aware and conscious of these facts. Now, this is something which is also necessary from the Tipra motha point of view to survive within the majority Manik Saha ministry or government, because if they were seen as giving up on all their demands, their Lok Sabha elections are coming. This is for the first time that Tipra motha will be contesting the Lok Sabha elections after being formed as a political party in 2021. This will be the Tipra motha's debut election, Lok Sabha elections. and that is also in the back of their mind because they cannot seem to have buckled under any kind of pressure. They would not be seen as having compromised their stance. And this is the reason why, starting from 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗪𝗓 to 𝗟𝗜𝗓𝗓𝗔𝗧𝗑 to insisting that this is their political demand and this demand will continue till it is achieved. That is what 𝗟𝗜𝗓𝗓𝗪𝗓 actually said today. So, number one, I am not really surprised at these demands, despite the two MLAs becoming ministers and despite the Tipra motha joining the NDA.
Wasbir, as you mentioned, some organizations are not happy with this. We are also being joined by Pinaki Das. But before that, let's listen into what the CPIM tribal wing had to say on Tipra motha's joining of the government.
ত্রিপুরা মথার জন্ম হলো যখন সিএবির বিরুদ্ধে আন্দোলন হয়, জিরানিয়াতে গোলাগুলি হয়, তখন এই পয়লা জাতি হলো পার্টি বলে বিজেপির সিএএ আন্দোলন মানে সিএএ আইন করার বিরুদ্ধে বিজেপির বিরুদ্ধে লড়াই করার জন্য এই ত্রিপুরা মথা উৎপত্তি হয়েছিল। এখন সিএএ তো এখন আছে, তাহলে যে সিএএ করেছে, যারা গুলি করেছিল তাদের সঙ্গে কি করে গেল তারা? তারপরে জনগণের সঙ্গে তারা বিশ্বাসঘাতকতা করেছে এবং এটা করবে আমরা আগেই জানি। হ্যাঁ, কারণ জনগণ বিজেপি বিরোধী, ঠিক তাদের জনগণ, কিন্তু নেতারা তো বিজেপি মুখী। তখনই আমরা বলেছি মানুষের ক্রোধকে ডাইভার্ট করে যাতে এখানকার গণতান্ত্রিক আন্দোলন শক্তিশালী না হতে পারে, সেই কারণে এটা জন্ম দেওয়া হয়েছে।
All right. So the CPIM tribal wing, they are clearly stating the Tipra motha was born out of the CAA agitation, and now today it has joined hands with the same BJP which brought the CAA. Pinaki, how do you see this issue, and do you think very soon, this is the CPIM tribal wing, do you think the Congress will also launch an attack on the Tipra motha post their joining of the BJP-led government today?
Exactly. The Congress has also raised the same issue that how can they form an alliance with the BJP when they have brought some tripartite agreement which does not mention about their core demand for greater Tripura land. That is what the Congress has raised, and they have said today or tomorrow 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗪𝗓 will realize his mistake and they will come out of the BJP because earlier experience with other indigenous party has not been good, and on the same issue of Tripura land, the IPFT after coming to power had formed an alliance with BJP, and that party barely have only one MLA at present. So that is the Congress view. They did not say much about the Tipra motha party, but their attack was on the BJP because hoping that in future, next future, Tipra motha may come and form an opposition, strong opposition in Tripura against the BJP.
Pinaki, let's quickly listen into 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗪𝗓. You spoke to 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗪 earlier in the afternoon, and he was very clear as far as the party's stand is concerned. Let's listen in once again.
See into this new development and how it will totally change the arithmetic of politics in Tripura.
We have signed a tripartite agreement, and it's a historical agreement. We have to keep our promise to our people, and for that we need to have two people sent from our side in the cabinet so that our promise and the pressure and our point of view is articulated inside the cabinet. Outside the cabinet, I am here to keep the pressure so that our accord is implemented. And then in Delhi, in the Lok Sabha election, we have to send the right person who will not create blockade, who will cooperate with us, and who will ensure that again in Delhi, in all three platforms, the aspirations of the indigenous people are implemented in true spirit.
The criticism that the opposition is trying to make that this signing of what you have signed, it does not have anything, there is no timeline or anything like this. But from you, we can understand that this is joining the government was not the compulsion, but it was a necessity, so the pressure is inside also.
See, first of all, the opposition. You're talking about the Communist Party, who ruled Tripura for such a long time. What is their point of view? Why haven't they supported us? Why did Manik Sarkar and why did the Communist Party do nothing for the tribals for such a long time? They have offered us nothing. They want me to join them for the fight for to save the Constitution of India. But when they were in power, did they think about the tribals' constitutional rights? Today, I had clearly said that I will not go into alliance with any government till we don't get it in writing. We have got it in writing. Only after that I have gone. 1 year, we have done a jolly good job as an opposition party in the assembly. The CPM was in opposition between 2018 to 23. Manik Sarkar was there as the opposition leader. What did they do? What did they do? We put this government on pressure, whether it was a language, whether it was on issues of unemployment, whether it was on various things. And today, once I've got it in writing, after staying 1 year in opposition, then we have got. If I need my people to get something, obviously I will talk to those who are in center. That is the way of life. Why should I fight their fight? They never fought our fight. So why should I fight their fight?
Coming to the land rights and particularly the direct funding. So in this particular signing of the agreement, how much is that scope?
Government of India assures us that they will be passing off the 125th Amendment at the earliest, which will ensure direct funding. In regard to land right, there has to be an amendment made so that the district council can actually ensure that pattas are issued to our tribal.
Sir, this patta, we find that even during the communist time, pattas were given, but the demarcation was not being done. So, do you think this is the issue? And in this case also, with this government, you have to insist on so that the land is demarcated?
Absolutely, and that's the reason we have sent 2 people there to the cabinet. And that's the reason our pressure from outside will also remain. See, this is not IPFT where NC De Burma, 𝗟𝗡𝗥𝗧𝗛𝗡 joined the government and became silent, because their party president and the party general secretary became 2 ministers. Here, I am not in the government, and I will not ensure that I join the government, because I have to keep the pressure on them. If we start sitting in the government and becoming quiet, then nothing will come out of it. So that's why I've stayed out of it. I could have myself become a minister. And the same thing in center. Lok Sabha election is not going to be just that anyone is chosen and they go to Lok Sabha. It has to be someone that we agree with and someone who will not create road blockades in center for us.
Can we find 𝗟𝗡𝗥𝗧𝗛𝗡 De Burma in the Rajya Sabha?
No, you cannot find me in Rajya Sabha. You'll find me very much in Tripura. Maybe you'll find me in your studio, but no. I think for me it is very important till the time the accord does not go in the right direction, I should not be taking
So quite a few important and interesting points made there by the Tipra Motha founder. Well, he has not joined the government. He himself is not part of the government because the Tipra Motha will now keep the pressure from both within and outside. He gave an example of IPFT, what had happened then, but he will ensure that there is also pressure from outside. Plus, there are 2 cabinet ministers who can build pressure from inside, from within, if the issues of the indigenous people are not addressed. Pradyut De Burma also clearly saying, well, he is not interested in a Rajya Sabha seat. Very big statement there. At the same time, he has also made it clear. He answered the CPIM Tribal Wings question that the Tipra Motha has always said if anybody gives a written assurance as far as the constitutional solution demand is concerned, if any party gives a written assurance on that, the Tipra Motha will ally with that party, and that's what it has exactly done. And also, he made it a point to repeat that the Tipra Motha is not IPFT and that it will raise the issues if the need arises. So, interesting days ahead as far as Tripura politics is concerned. That's a wrap of the debate on Evening Prime.